Treant and Odie and Troll. Like, Troll has this ult where he's just immune to damage. Odie can save, Treant can save. Tough task. Very tough task.
Banning out the bat, I guess that control against the troll is very helpful.
Team Secret's turn to pick.
You're going to ban out the Lycans. They're banning out pushers here, in effect.
They banned 2 offlaners, actually. So they're thinking the Odie is mid lane then.
Do you agree with them?
I still think it's going to be an offlane Odie with the Dark Below.
Maybe ISOSIS doesn't really play it, because they didn't do it last game as well, and we thought they would.
Didn't he play it last game?
I thought Samael played it. No, I'm wrong. Sorry. Of course, he did play it last game.
Yeah. So I think they just go back to the same here, to be honest. I think Void Spirit looks pretty good here. Gives you reach to the Drow, gives you good magic damage, which is the only thing they're lacking a little bit. Looks perfect here.
I wonder if they got rid of offlaners to force the OD to be the offlaner and get a mid come out, and then maybe they can counter that.
Yeah.
So by
Lina looks really good here, though.
Yeah. Now you've taken out the Beastmaster and the Lycan, like that puts OD definitely in the offlane, forces them to pick a mid, and now you've seen their mid and you can counter it. Is Lina enough? I still don't. I don't know. I just don't like the Lina if she gets jumped.
Sure, but there's not many options, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is the Lina. Well, Black, why don't you talk me through what this Nigma draft's going to do with the Lina? What can we look out for? Who are their key heroes?
Well, they needed someone to salvage their lanes for sure, because Lina, in theory, beats Quap in the lane quite easily. Probably like a 6-4, maybe even 7-3. It's very comfortable lane for Lina. And then Lina will have to hopefully get some rotations going, because I don't see those side lanes going very well. The Troll should free farm completely, and so should the OD. They do have the wildcard of the Rubik, which I like a lot against the OD, especially to kite Trolls and whatnot. So I do think Nigma has what it takes to win this game, but they gotta somehow survive the laning phase, which is gonna be hard. And
BCOP, what have Secret got to do?
I think it starts with the lanes. The earlier that ISOSIS can get this Meteor Hammer, the better off they're going to be continually looking to push these lanes and take out these outer towers. If you could take a couple of tier 1s, move in, start moving around with Sumail's help, I think that could be really detrimental to Nigma winning this game. On top of which, if they're able to stop early pushes that come from Nigma, that is going to make it even more difficult for them. That Treant set up there to just make sure that these towers don't go down and they don't lose any part of their map.
Okay, well, it might start with the lanes for Team Secret, but for this game, we're going to be starting with the casters, and those casters are Nomad and Lizard.
Thank you very much, Dan. Yes, indeed. An interesting draft. Lizard, what are your thoughts?
I feel like the drafts are similar, like 50-50. I won't give any team a huge advantage. What I feel like Team Secret is lacking is one of these heroes that can get behind and close and personal to Drow and Lina easily, right? In that last game, they had that. They had multiple. Even their carry could do that. In this one, I feel like it won't be that simple.
Yeah. All about catch. All about jump. And this time, neither team really has the advantage in that regard, so could go any way. Yeah, I mean, what do you think about this mid lane matchup as well?
I mean, first, I think that one team has an advantage in that way. It's the Spirit Breaker, right? Like mind control. At level 6.
Yeah, that is less common on the +3 Spirit Breaker, though, isn't it?
Of course. That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe after you pressure this tier 1 tower, get something out of it, you can start rotating around.
Yeah. No, certainly going to be an interesting matchup in that regard. And, you know, what I always like to favor the team when it comes to the catch versus catch thing, you know, 2 backliners. It does come to the thing about who has the better save, and I would like a little bit more save on Nigma Galaxy, I will say. And the OD kind of doubles up as that for Team Secret. I think that's why they like it so much.
Yeah, well, the OD that's on Team Secret will be played on Nigma as well. GH is playing his signature Rubik, and he should be using that Astral Imprisonment. Fear not, he will steal it. And in Rubik's hands, it's usually scarier than in ODs. Suddenly you can't even meet your hammer properly because he's messing it up. He's either astraling the person that you're going for or astraling you. The range is ridiculously high with Lance and Arcane Supremacy. I expect him to have a good time saving or setting up for kills with the ODs in prison.
Absolutely. Now, in the last game, we did have a middle lane go pretty spicy as Samael got very, very aggressive in the mid, trying to... I don't know what he was trying to... Well, he was trying to get kills, basically. He was trying to kill the Invoker and secure himself as the king of the mid lane, but didn't really work out too well. We'll see what this game...
He won the game, though, right?
He did win the game, exactly.
There you go.
So that's all that matters.
I mean, it wasn't the first time that he has, one of these lanes in which he owns on CS, but feeds a couple of times. Now on the mid lane, he's taking so much damage. It's just very difficult to trade hits with Alina. Possible for a co-op, actually.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first few levels versus Alina. We'll always see the same thing happening. She does get that early advantage. The first few waves just so hard to fight against her with.
One hero that I'm surprised we aren't seeing more of in DPC SEA is Sumail getting really low. In SEA, DPC Treant is very popular. Like, we haven't really seen it in the Dota pit, at least. Ain't?
Yeah, that's true, Kuro. Maybe in some trouble here. Does he have the cookie to get over these trees? Doesn't look like it. He's just going to get run down by Yapsor and by Ice Ice Ice. And there's First Blood going the way of Team Secret in the top lane.
A pretty nice play from Ice Ice Ice. Yapsor is usually the one that's just creep skipping, right? And Kuro goes and tries to prevent that from happening. Ice 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 follows up with a nice imprison into the brambles.
Yeah, very nice combo between the two heroes there. It's very, very strong indeed. So, Mind Control, I mean, he's off to a bit of a slow start, and as mentioned before, we've seen him on this Spirit Break before. Didn't really work too well in one game, and then worked brilliantly in the next, so it's a 50-50, this one, for sure.
It's a 50-50, but in a game such as this one, he shouldn't have really the best laning stage. Like, you're playing into a troll. As a melee hero, there isn't a lot you can do. And because of that, Mind Control might not find as much fun out of the laning stage. Plus GH's Rubik, it's really not the strongest laner. Can't help you a lot.
Nope. And the old the old bait charge wasn't coming at you. Nah, just kidding, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, it's a lane they're just trying not to lose. It's not a lane they really expect to win unless there's any huge mistake coming out from Secret, which they will, of course, capitalize upon. It's the top lane which they're hoping goes the best for them, I would believe, on Nigma, obviously other than mid, but out of the side lanes.
I mean, top lane also, considering that Kuro died already, isn't going in the best way possible. Yeah. And Puppy is going full defensive mode, armor level 2. Usually what I see, at least in the last couple of weeks, is Leech Seed maxed out. Like, you go for 2 levels of Nature's Grasp, and
really?
you even go for more in Leech Seed. Yeah, Living Armor, old school build, still can go for that. You can help out your mid, your offlane as well.
Real OGs just go for Grasp.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Just max out the Grasp, and that's it.
Hell yeah.
Just defend the tower,
stats.
yeah?
Grasp and stats. Yep, that's it. That's the play.
All you need, just sit behind the tower, spam that, get some Veil, right? Meteor Hammer.
Exactly, they try and come and kill you, not happening. Grasp, I'm too tanky with my stats, easy life. Top lane, we have some action taking place here as a cookie comes down, but ILTW pretty low, but as is Ice Ice Ice. ILTW is not sticking around to try and get the kill onto the OD. He's playing a little bit more carefully than that, dodging out the Bramble Maze as Kuro continues to trade, but overall I would say this trade kind of favors Nigma Galaxy a little bit more. However, then you think about the Ring of Health on the OD, and I start to reconsider my point.
Yeah, I was just about to...
Just about to call me out. You're like, no, you idiot.
I was just about to call you out, yeah. Goddamn Nomad, not checking inventory. Shot.
We're doing some good damage here, but I don't think Ice 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 is going to fall, and Kuro and LTW both pretty low. Yeah, it's a brawl up here, that's for sure. Everyone's so low on HP, I feel like one misstep. And that's just going to be a double kill on this lane.
Yeah, on bottom lane as well, there's constant brawling happening between Nisha. They're preventing them from pulling.
Here's the misstep. RTW gets plonked down by Ice and his courier as well. Rubbing salt in the wound there, that's for sure.
This is the second game they're not really answering. So in the last game, Ice, he couldn't really rush that Meteor Hammer, which resulted in him even leaving the lane before he got it. It was like minute 11 or something. But in this game, he's just about to finish it. 350 gold away. He's going to have a full Meteor Hammer. And then it's even harder for Drow to lane.
Yeah, that constant pressure, that constant threat of the combo coming down on you is just not something you can ignore. And also, it's not like they have an easy cancel for it in the top lane either. Like, they have Cookie, which, yeah, might get you out of the immediate right-click range of the OD, but he's still going to land that hammer on you, and you're probably going to struggle to cancel the hammer's animation as well, which is...
They might try to go for Ice actually.
You reckon?
Instead. Oh, he just juked them. Never mind.
I juked them enough. The Cookie comes out, but I don't think they've got enough damage now that he's in range of the tower. And even turns around and gives him a little middle finger right click.
I mean, it's a ranged hero with like 7 starting armor, 300 movement speed. It's like... And now with perhaps that Drow?
Yep, they've got that combo coming down onto RTW once again. He's got no counterplay to this. He's just going to get killed off. That is unfortunate, but... Yeah.
At what point do you sack this lane? Like, now there's a Meteor Hammer on Ice. I don't think you come back here any longer. Maybe if the lane is really pushing in hard and Lina rotates, but besides your other supports and cores rotating, I don't see the way for a Drow to continue laning there. It's really hard. He's TPing back in. Let's see if he gets punished. Ice again doing the same trick with the courier. You see he's hiding the Meteor Hammer. And now it goes in.
Yep, top lane, he gets it delivered. He's like, wait a minute, this guy has it. Oh, and then Kuro's on top of him as well. Kuro is ready for this, and this actually might go the way of Nigma. They've got the help coming in as well in the form of GH. Ice getting so low, they can't land the finishing blow, though.
Lina?
Nice, Ice will survive. Lina? What's she up to in the bottom lane?
Actually, it was searching for Nisha, but Nisha managed to hide himself away in the trees.
But not now. Laguna Blade. Okay, goodbye, Nisha. Lightning delivered. Nisha dead. But in the top lane, maybe they get the kill at last on Twice Ice. Yes, they will. Finally, they get a bit of punishment coming their way. But Yapsor looking for the counterplay onto Kuro, but Kuro's got a 1, so we'll be okay. They won't make the play onto Yapsor. They've got what they came for. Finally, they put an end to Ice's menacing existence in the top lane.
Yeah, some really nice rotations and moves from Snapfire. Like Kuroki, first that he went up, GH as well that he followed up. It was really important to stop that first Meteor Hammer from connecting on the Drow. Actually, I expected Ice not to use it there, because they did see Snap. Yeah, GH might fall here.
Weaving his way through the trees. Yeah, I think that lift was enough to get him out of any immediate danger, but it always feels bad when there's 2 heroes keeping 3 heroes huddled together under the tower.
Yeah, meanwhile, Ice actually rotates towards the mid lane. I'm not really sure that he can pressure it, though. Just because of the way Lina works, right? Like, you just go there, you use your Dragon Slave, and you pull the creep wave away.
Right, so you think they've moved him in with his hammer to try and get some damage on the
No,
tower?
you see, he actually... Oh, the bait!
Was that a bait?
That was a bait.
Ice, you naughty man. Does he have enough damage to finish it off? It doesn't look like he does. GH comes in just in time, stops the mail, getting off the finishing blow. That was a series of clutch plays from these 2 teams.
Top lane, can they kill Dark Willow? I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, that was so good from... GH right there, TPing. And first it was amazing from Ice. I'm not sure if it was... let's call it a bait. Let's say it was a bait. Because I think he needed to go top anyway. And he saw Lina coming in to stun him. And because of that he cancelled it and caught Lina instead. I'm not sure if it was...
Possibly.
Yeah, but maybe it was a bait as well. Maybe it was straight up just that.
I don't know, he saw Miracle there for quite a long time, right?
Yeah, he saw Miracle running in to cancel the TP with LSA. Yeah. And because of that, he turned and caught him. It was a big brain play, and it's Ice, so I think it's you're right. It was the Meteor Hammer
Dire's middle tower
bait.
is under attack.
Well, nice try. Didn't come out with the goods, thanks to GH's speedy lifting action. And now this laning phase kind of settles down once again. It is Alina who is, unsurprisingly, the richest hero in the game. She is doing very well for herself. And
Ice,
she's going to walk into the face of Ice here. I'm not quite sure how this is going to work out. Kuro going for the cancel. Oh no, they both get hammered on down here. That's not how they wanted this one to go. But Miracle does arrive to claim up at least the support kill and looks towards Ice as well. But oh man,
Yeah, I wanted to say earlier that I'm afraid that Snap will do exactly that. When first Meteor Hammer was used, but no, he was actually fast enough and he cancelled it. This time around, the same thing. If you remember in the last game, GH, he snowballs into the OD and then still gets Meteor Hammered. Because it doesn't matter, you can stun the Ice's OD, but if he casted the Meteor Hammer on time, it will still connect. Unfortunate for Nigma.
Absolutely. The second time around as well, we saw the exact same thing happen last game as well.
Yep. And now you're kind of leaving Ice on top lane. He's going to be pressuring that tier 1. He has the catapult as well. Meanwhile, everyone else on the side of Secret is just happy farming and defending. You have that living armor. You can't really take down mid lane. And on the bottom lane, Treant is just spamming Nature's Grasp and defending it.
Yeah, Puppey being super annoying and getting a lot of farm in the process as well. He's overtaken the Snapfire by a significant margin. Meanwhile, Nisha continues to just farm up his Battle Fury, happy as a lamb in the jungle.
What do you think? What's the right play here for Nigma? I feel like the only way they take a tower is if they make a 5-man rotation. I don't feel that they can take an objective in any other case. Puppey,
oh, Puppey. Puppey. He sees the gank coming, pops an Nature's Grasp, which completely ruins the plan of Nigma. They already started firing the kisses for that one, trying to get the kill. They just thought that was an easy kill for them, but Puppey just reads them like a book.
Look at how much farm he has. This is a position 5 that already has boots and a veil pretty much. If he decides to buy it, he has enough gold.
Radiant are scared.
And I just love this build. Like, don't be fooled. 3, he dishes out so much damage right now with the Veil plus Nature's Grasp. Like, he can defend this tower for a really long time.
Add another to the tally.
Which is why you maxed it, Lizard.
Yeah, that's why you do it.
Secret going for a sneaky smoke gank up in the top lane, seeing who they can find, but right now, no one's making themselves particularly available. Miracle's just back up in his own jungle, very, very safely farming up.
Yeah, on top lane, Ice, he read this move from Lina and Rubik. They were actually trying to go for him. That's why he moved back until he had the follow-up from the Dark Willow and the Queen of Pain. And now when they're around, I believe this should be the time to take down the tier 1 tower.
So what did Nigma do with this? Do they try and defend that tier 1 tower at top? Do they put pressure elsewhere?
Well, GH tries to deny it. He does do it, but he might get caught here.
Looking like that might be the case. Tries to steal the blink, gets the dagger instead, and that means that GH will fall.
I'm not like I'm looking at this game. Usually, Dark Willow is caught.
Yep, into the LSA. They have Laguna. They'll throw it down just to get the kill onto Yapsel. Just want to make sure she doesn't get off that Shadow Realm. He's going to drop the hammer here. Unfortunately, he's mistimed that one just a little bit. Mind control will be okay.
He was afraid a bit because of the bulldoze, so he used it a bit faster than usual. Also, there was Alina around. He was thinking maybe she'll come in with an LSA, so I might... Sometimes you're just worried that something will interrupt it and you cast it a bit too soon. But it's one of those rare games you're watching, and I just don't see what Nigma is supposed to be doing besides farming up this Drow Ranger in the triangle. It's so difficult for them to take any of the objectives, any of the towers. Maybe if Ice goes too deep on top lane, you can charge and then travel in with Miracle. You can set up some kills, but besides that, it's really not an easy draft to execute at the moment. They are charging Ice.
Yep, up to the top lane we shall go, but if Ice has any idea that this is coming, he can make the counterplay here, and does exactly that. That Tumbler's Toy doing a huge amount for him there in helping him not to get charged up. And this is the thing, you've drafted offlane Spirit Breaker, and you can't make plays on the map. That's got to feel pretty bad.
You can't do plays on the map because you can't take the enemy jungle, and you're forced into these 4-man smokes into the enemy triangle. You might find okay.
Alright, I guess Yapsor's dead. Might take a bit of time, but we'll get there. Fear out, just to make sure he can do something with his life, but we'll go down regardless. Nigma Galaxy, they get some vision down, they take control of the triangle for a little bit, but won't be staying here long.
And this might lead into a tier 1 mid lane. I really like the way that they adjusted this. I didn't see this play coming. Like,
This is strong.
Yeah, usually what teams do is they take tier 1 bottom, right? They play in the enemy jungle, then you would charge the mid laner, whoever is there. But the way they moved into the triangle and protected themselves from that side is like teaching. Really nice.
Another charge coming out. This time it's onto Samael, but they won't commit to this one. They don't want to get overzealous here with their charges across the map. Meanwhile, Puppy's going on a little puppy adventure.
Old puppy adventures of Captain Pupan.
Yes, that puppy guy.
He went in, now he TP's back towards the tier 1, continues protecting it most likely. He has 1,000 gold on top of that Veil as a position 5. He literally has not left the bottom lane. Has Veil and a full medallion completed.
He's having a good old time on this position 5. I'm sure the Willow's like, I thought I was supposed to be in position 4 this game, but whatever, it's fine. I won't argue with you. Sorry, sir.
He's still probably buying all the sentries, right? Giving them to the Dark Willow. The only one problem that you have with Treant doing what he's doing is he's not really moving away from bottom lane. And then every play that you're making without him.
Miracle.
The Secret is reading this so well. Nisha, he already moved back.
I've seen this play before. Maybe they get Yapsor again here. Let's see. Silence does connect. The multi-shot to follow. And the kiss is coming out on top as well. They will get the kill onto Yapsor once again. That wasn't a replay, folks. That was just Nigma making the same play and getting the same kill.
Can they rush? Can they rush from this? They're trying to.
They are going to try. Is it time for Puppy to move from the bottom lane is a question. Doesn't look like it.
Puppy doesn't move. That's it. Like he remains down here. I want to see one of those heat maps for his movement so far.
I can draw you one. It's not hard.
Just one big circle around the tier 1 bot.
Yep. Very nice. Nigma Galaxy, they are in motion here as they clear out the triangle, get themselves Roshan, claim the Aegis, and start finding some action. They drafted the Spirit Breaker. We said it was looking pretty difficult for them to make some moves, but they've proven us wrong, and they have now put themselves on the forward foot. There's no PL this game as well to cancel out the Drow, so that is a big factor.
They just strategically approach the game completely differently, right? Like I'm inspired by their plays. Not going bottom, not taking the enemy jungle, just going into the triangle. By being in the triangle, they're pressuring OD. They're not allowing him to press the tier 2 on top lane because of the charge, right? So he needs to be pretty much just farming the hard camp. And then you get access to the Rosh Pit and the tier 1 mid. I'm just... I'm loving this.
Yeah, it really feels like Nigma are coming to this game with a real plan, and the execution seems pretty damn good so far. Secret are a little scattered. And what happened to this OD that was doing so well on the top side of the map, that was dominating the lane? He's just slowly dropped out of net worth, out of relevance even.
Yeah, he's got... basically what happened is what we just talked about. He's got the Blink Dagger, he has farm. He's not far behind the Drow even. But he wasn't able to pressure mid lane or top because of the fact that Treant is on bottom and all 5 heroes of Nigma were playing around that Rosh Pit, right? Like the triangle and Rosh, so... Ice is like, okay, if I push top, I'm being charged 100% and I'm dead.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Can't do it. Now Nigma continuing to utilize his Aegis and shoving in this bottom wave. Of course, Puppy, you know, this is my lane. I'm gonna try and keep this tower alive as best I can.
How dare they invade Puppy's
Radiant's bottom
home?
tower is under attack.
He's sealing it up.
Radiant structures
They
are
won't be able to
fortified.
take this. Not that easily, at least.
Dire are
No,
scanning.
and they've got other lanes to deal with now. The top lane's being shoved in, middle lane
Dire's top
about
tower
to start
is
being
under
pressured as
attack.
well. Yeah, Nigma will not be able to stick down here for too much longer. A smoke up from Yapsor and Samael. Looks like they might be thinking about something. Moving into their own jungle, perhaps? I feel like this needs to be more than a two-man maneuver, but if they link up with Puppy, then the numbers will start to add up.
There's a tower, you will be able to TP there. But you are running into an Aegis and pretty much full 5-man because Spirit Breaker will be there.
RTW joining the fray. The ultimate comes out, but there's a Shadow Blade actually, or is that a invisible? No, it's a Shadow Blade out from the Drow to get herself back. Meanwhile, Miracle fighting up into everything right now, but they found Kuro in the tree lines as Nisha gets on top of him. Doesn't look like Snapfire's going to make it away, so she's going to go down, but as does Yapsor as well to Miracle. So it's a trade for the Pos. Well, the Pos fires pretty much at
The
this
trees,
point.
got the trees!
Yeah, get them all down. Miracle backing away. Mind Control with the slowest charge ever through the Nature's Grasp. Not connecting with that one at all. Nigma looks like they're just going to back themselves away. They do have this Aegis, but they've accepted the fact they're not going to get this tower. And this does feel pretty bad, right? They use so much of their Aegis timing, so much of their heroes timing to try and pressure this bottom tier 2 tower. And if they don't come back here again soon, it's just going to get healed up again by Puppy.
Yeah, Puppy should at least be able to heal it up completely by the time they return. But they didn't suffer any big casualties, right? They only lost the Snapfire, and they continue farming, which is, I believe, what they're fine with.
Okay.
Their lineup. I just love the fact that Nisha spent like 10 seconds just cutting the trees to be able to escape.
Yes. Just a bit of deforestation when necessary.
Killing Puppy's home. Everyone is just invading him. He just wants to be alone, you know, farming some creeps, farming that Aghanim's Refresher Radiance or what.
Yeah, Soon's going to get pissed off and invade Isengard with his friends, but that's a different game. So Nisha, he's got the Battle Fury, he's got the Sanjin Yasha. Is that a Lincoln's he's going for? Oh, hello, we've got some action. Ice, finding maybe the kill on Sakura. Though that said, Mind Control comes racing on in to the defense of his captain. And he might have just earned himself a little bonus for this year as he saves his life and gets the kill instead onto Ice.
And also, this is the reason why they picked Rubik. It's to steal the Astral Imprisonment, and now he has it. So GH is ready to pretty much start making plays. With the Aether Lance, with Astral Imprisonment, he can just catch anyone out. And most importantly, this troll suddenly cannot ulti any longer. Like, you can't, if you don't have BKB and you ulti, Rubik will just put you under.
Yep, you'll just have to sit there very angrily inside the Astral Imprisonment. Yeah, he is going for that BKB after all. Looked like a Lincoln's for a while, but I think he is going for the BKB now. Mind Control just get him back down the low ground. Galaxy, they know Secrets is 5 unless they find a really tempting opportunity. Uh-oh, Lina could be in some trouble here. Mind Control, though, he's going to come blasting on through, make sure that hammer doesn't come off. They'll try and go with the ulti of Yapsor here, but he can't seem to land it. Samael jumping in pretty deep with the Scream, and meanwhile, the damage with the kisses coming on over on top here. It's peppering Secret, not really doing that much damage, except to Yapsor, who's getting pretty low, and now the blast comes down to Samael, but he gets the jump away. Puppy saves him with the ultimate as well. No, Ice dropping his own ultimate with the Scream as well. The combination from Secret, it takes down one. Can they get any more? ILTW on the run with a Shadow Blade will make it out okay. Meanwhile, there is no cancel. They'll survive as well. Man, only 2 casualties from that fight. This is a very close game.
Extremely close game and extremely well played by both of these teams. Puppy being there on point, using first the Overgrowth, then the Whale, catching like 3-4 targets. At the same time, Troll using his ulti, and instantly, like the same millisecond, he gets imprisoned by GH. I feel like they just need this BKB on Troll before they're ready to fight. Before that happens, they just can't. They are baiting out BKBs and whatnot really well. Like Ice, he is being charged, but he does have that blink.
Who else is here, though? There's a Lina nearby as well. This could actually be a play. I'm not convinced this will get cancelled. Miracle trying to make the setup work here. Ice. Oh, the stun does miss. He gets the Astral off. Ooh. Ice in a clutch moment there. And now in comes a Cavalry Secret. They're looking for revenge. Stun down from Miracle does not land. Ice Slice jumps forward. Another Astral out from him. Jage sitting just behind as well. Does he have an Astral of his own? I don't think so. Or if so, he's not going to use it. Mind Control will fall. And
It was actually GH. He's the one that caught Spirit Breaker.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
sure. I'm not sure why he thought that that's gonna save him, because Spirit Breaker had charge of cooldown. I felt like I mean, you just try to save him and play off of that. It didn't work this time. It happens.
Maybe he ate his lunch or something.
That's possible. Probable.
Pushing in on the middle lane now. Secret looking to finally, at 25 minutes, take this middle tier 1
GH.
tower. Oh, hold the phone. Puppy's gone in. He's managed to get off that ultimate onto GH, and they will kill off that pesky Rubik and remove the Astral threat as well.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, with Spirit Breaker being dead and with the Rubik being dead, they can take control of the enemy jungle. But Spirit Breaker is alive, and now maybe a charge can happen together with the Lina Shadowblade. I'm just impressed by Ice and how fast he reacted on the bottom lane. Like how fast he reacted to use his Imprison on Mind Control. Probably had that ward and the sentry that scouted the charge out.
Won't be able to react to this one though, as Miracle unleashed on Sentinel. Maybe he will. He gets the Astral out onto himself along with a save from his teammate. Miracle's one in trouble. He's got the BKB though, so will survive for the time being. Trying to stun up Nisha, but doesn't quite land it. And now ILTW, he's in from the side, but Samael is immediately on top of him, but he can't finish anyone off. Yepsil's the only one dead so far as ILTW starts unleashing on Samael, but Samael's back with his team, and I think Nigma might back themselves up here. Or maybe it's Secret who leave, actually. Yeah, they catch out Puppy with the lift-up, throwback, damages in. Then Astral will buy him a little bit of time, but ultimately he will die.
There's still a charge on Ice Sights. He needs to be careful. Mortis kisses.
Let's see. Lining it up, just using the vision. Is he going to get out of range? Ice, he is. Mind Control's just going to sit here and wait for the guy to come back again. He hasn't got a blink available, so Ice will fall.
I think if he blinked in the direction that he was facing, maybe he would be able to, at least go into the fog, but he dies anyway afterwards. I really like Skuroki's blink into Mortimer's kisses just to prevent Ice Sights from blinking away. That was really nicely played, and this should be a rush now for Nigma again.
Yeah, the Spirit Breaker Snapfire combo, it's good in lane, and it is great outside of the lane as well. We saw them try to set up for a kill onto Puppy with it earlier. Didn't quite work out, but this time it goes absolutely perfectly. And now Roshan will go the way of Nigma Galaxy.
What do you think? Is Yapzor offended? He's going for this Midas. Is it like, Puppy, you're not gonna out-farm me. This isn't the way this relationship works. You need farm.
I will retake my place as a position 4. One way or another.
He's actually on the bottom of the network charts at the moment.
Yes.
Just a very strange sight to see. Like, no, not really somewhere where you expect Yapzor to be at all.
No, but if Puppy says the bottom lane belongs to me, you're not going to argue. Blink Dagger now completed for this Treant Protector as well. We've got Medallion, Veil, Blink Dagger, Brown Boots.
Pretty rich.
Pretty rich. Yeah, I like it as well. I think, we saw the potential playmaking on this Secret lineup a little bit earlier on in one of the last fights. When Tree was able to get a decent ulti off, it was sneaking around. They've got the lift up. I mean, Nisha, it's a bold target. Oh, they actually lift him out of the LSA. That's not ideal. Nisha gets away.
They did scan out the Dark Pillow, but the TP is there as well. They might waste a little bit of their time hunting for him. But I think they're okay with wasting one BKB charge away from Nisha. It's really important to get it as low as possible, because the lower it is, the easier it is for Rubik to control him with imprisonment, right?
Sure.
So every time you take 1 second off of it, you're fine with that.
Keep whittling it down one charge by the next. And of course, Secret, I'm sure they're not too bothered about that either, though. Getting their troll out there safely, wasting a bit of Nigma's Aegis timer, that is what it's all about. Samael, he's jumped in here. Is he going to be alright? It looks like he will be okay.
Stop how they miss each other. Like, now Ice, they know that he's there. He just used the Meteor Hammer. And Rubik catch him.
Secret being so cheeky. He's blinked away, OD. He's not where they think he is. Or is he?
Miracle knows.
Oh.
Come on. And he's still there. He wants to use it another time. Like, he actually wants probably the next wave.
You don't. That's just insulting if he goes for another wave here. But I think you're right. I think he's gonna.
Unless the courier scouts him. It's flying down bottom. Oh, he's gonna run into GH.
Wait. No, there's no way you get away with this one. Ice. Come on. He's astraled himself, or been astraled by the Rubik actually. And I'll set up with the LSA, the damage. Bill astral himself now. This is his
blink?
one. Link down to the south. TP away. No.
Come on, you're kidding me.
Come on.
Come on.
Play fairly, Ice.
Oh, man. That's just... he's just buying so much time for
The
his
voice
teammates.
line.
They're on point.
So on point, so good. All right, Ice having some fun here, wasting that Aegis timing beautifully in the bottom side of the map.
They fight this? Aegis is, what, 2 minutes away, so... And there's a double damage on Lina. Damn, they're going for it.
That's pretty scary, but Miracle, gonna pop the DD. Looks to jump in on this one, meanwhile Nisha just getting on top of GH, and this might just be a free kill for Nisha. Let's see if anything else happens here. Miracle, I mean, he knows that BKB is about to disappear, but he doesn't feel confident enough to unleash onto the Troll Warlord right now. He knows that 4 versus 5, they need that pick-off play, otherwise the fight just isn't going to go their way. And the call comes in not to do it.
They defended the tier 2. Do you think that's value for them, even though they use the BKB?
Oh, 100%. I think Secret are stupidly happy with the way this Aegis time is just trickling away, doing nothing for Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, I agree. Do you like the Blink Dagger on Troll?
Yeah, I think it's a game where, we've talked about the catch which is required to get on top of this Lina in this Drow a lot. So yeah, Blink Daggers on everyone. 5-man Blink Dagger, that's what I want.
It's nice, they already have, 3? And a built-in Blink Dagger on the Queen of Pain, so your wish is being fulfilled by them.
Excellent. I still want Queen of Pain to get one though.
Arcane Blink, or...
I don't know, I've heard that item's bad now.
Just an overkill if you're already doing it, Just go full YOLO mode on the Queen of Pain.
I think the lack of cooldown reduction, not stacking it anymore, would definitely hurt that item way more than maybe it should have. It's very brutal.
I mean, you go for strength now on most heroes anyway. Maybe a Swift Blink on Drow here and there. Yapzor is charged. They see him. Silence. He's just so dead.
Jesus. LTW starting to hit pretty hard here and utilizing that vision once again. I mean, it's interesting the way Nigma utilize this Spirit Breaker pick. Like, they're not even using the charge that much. It's just the vision. It's just all about the vision.
And it's just what they need, right? For LTW, if he can silence the Dark Willow, all he needs is vision in the trees. And so far, Mind Control has been on point with giving it. He's going to have an Aghanim's very soon as well. Spirit Breaker, that is. And suddenly, Bash City.
Yep, those charges will connect. And it gives you the all-important ability to clear through creep waves as well, which just makes the hero so much better. Yeah, pretty cute.
Game is really calm. Like, they are charging... Who are they charging bottom? He's just charging the creeps. That's it. Meanwhile, Miracle is trying to find anyone that's sitting in the trees, but there is no one as all 5 have been smoked.
Alright, wake up chat, we're about to have some action. Smoked up on the side of Team Secret. What will they find? Who will they find? And where will they find it? All these questions will be answered, and more, very shortly. Miracle going for a leisurely walk by the riverside. There is no approach from Team... Oh, they want to bait the double damage rune. Miracle, he's too hungry for it. He's walking right into it. Nisha jumps in his face, takes it very in front of him. Ultimate comes out from Puppey. Do they have the damage to bring down Miracle? Yes, they do. See you later, Lina. Now they look for more. Nisha's on the run, but RTW's there, backing them up. They'll use the Astral, though, to get him out of that silence. Meanwhile, GH TP's away with the stolen ultimate from Puppey. Mind Control, running the front lines. It's actually Samel cutting through the back here. That seems like a bit of a dangerous move. RTW, perfect usage. advantage of the BKB to avoid the fear coming out onto him. Mind Control just doing a great job on controlling up Nisha and not letting him get into this fight, as Puppey has gone down, and, well, the Astral's out now on to Sumail, comboed up with a cookie, but Ice is there to chase back Kuro. Meanwhile, the carries are battling it out. LTW is just having a little bit of a feud with Nisha here, and I think Nisha's winning this one. He's got him chain locked down inside the melee bashes. That's what you want to see if you're a Secret fan. However, can they finish off Nisha? No, they cannot. He's just running away up to the high ground with Sumail, with Ice. The cores from Secret are completely safe, and it is going to be their fight.
And one imprisonment after another, Ice first saves the troll, then helps out Sumail as he was dealing with the backlines, with the Rubik, with the Snapfire. Now he's caught. GH uses it, but charge was not on point. Can he get out?
I'm not sure. They've got a lift. They've got a damage. I wonder if there's going to be some more Astrals. Oh, thank goodness. I was getting... There we go. Oh, phew. There we go. Some more Astrals. And waiting, and bash, and dead. Good lord.
He had 2 imprisons like stacked on OD. I thought that he might be able to use one on Rubik and one on Spirit Breaker and get away. But Rubik has just so much more range with Aether Lance that he can't really do it on time.
Yeah, GH knew that, and he was staying at the right range to do it as well. I noticed that he was staying very far back there, and he just clarified why. As Yapsel just gets blasted in the middle lane, tries to come for a creep wave and just gets critted to death by Miracle.
Lina? He's in Shadow Blade, they don't see him. Actually, it's just an Invis rune, never mind. But this should be Rush again, right? Like, can you contest this? I don't think so.
No, 30 seconds on 2 heroes, and poking just isn't possible against the Spirit Breaker. You poke the Spirit Breaker, he just runs at you, and you can't do anything.
Isn't Spirit Breaker, like, at the moment, the best zoning hero with all his toolkit, right? Just constantly charging through you, into you, ulting you. Like, they couldn't get close to Drow Ranger for such a long time in that last fight. All they need on the side of Nigma, I feel like, is an additional way of dealing with Overgrowth. So some Lotus Swords, or perhaps a Manta or something similar.
Oh, Sumail getting blasted here by Miracle, and GH comes in with a lift to secure the kill. Sumail is gone. Can they get the +1 is the question. The answer is no. BKB's out from Nisha. I mean, there's still a lot of damage, but not quite enough.
Kuro?
Hey, what's going on over here? Kuro props a Refresher Shard for the double cookie. It's a cute play. Is it going to be enough to turn this fight in their favor? It's the question. I'm not sure. Kuro blasting in with the kisses over onto the OD, who's now got the shard, so is limping away inside the astral form, but they've got the charge now on Tim. Ice is going to go down again. Enigma just cleaning up the secret heroes across the map at this point. It is getting messy. Wait,
LTW killed the troll.
Troll died?
He killed him. Yeah, LTW caught him next to the hard camp while all of that was happening. It's easy because a troll doesn't have a BKB, right? And you just silence him and pick him off. Like, this is no buybacks on troll, no buybacks on OD. Yeah, Puppey, you defended bottom lane for a long time, but I think it's a bit hard now. There's just way too much damage coming out of these 3.
Goodness, what a game from Nigma here. They're playing it beautifully. It is a very interesting game when we were looking at it. I mean, interesting in that just everyone and their dog is getting astraled for most of their team fights.
I feel like the main target should be this Rubik, actually. Like, you need to take down GH or control him. If you don't control him, he just messes up your whole team fight. The imprisonment is so well used by him.
Yeah,
there's
it's
Aghanim's being built up by Absor. He's getting closer to it, but I don't see that big of an impact from that item.
No, I'm guessing it's kind of just a way to threaten back these kind of squishier heroes. Maybe you can force back the Spirit Breaker. I mean, you say Rubik, I say Spirit Breaker. I think it's kind of like a split between the two in terms of how they're controlling up these fights and stopping Secret being able to actually play the game they want to play.
And speaking of the Spirit Breaker, can you check his neutral item? He's got Spell Prism.
Wow.
That charge is on 5.7 seconds of a cooldown. Like,
good lord.
Like, constant, literally all the time. He will be charging through the team fights.
Yep, it's a tough old game for the side of Team Secret. They just can't seem to find the fights they want. Nigma, excellent strategy, excellently executed. They will find a Timeless Relic at least for their Queen of Pain. That's going to be very nice.
I feel like they still, with the Blink Dagger from Troll, if they manage to use all their spells properly and jump the backlines, he can clean through them very easily. He has that Abyssal as well completed.
Bottom tower is under attack.
But you have the problem of Rubik and the bigger problem that you mentioned earlier, Mind Control, Spirit Breaker. You need to control these two somehow.
Structures are fortified.
Easier said than done. I think it's just going to be a case of Nisha just abyssaling and unleashing on the Spirit Breaker. As bad as that feels, it's got to be done. They can't let this guy just continually control up every single member on the side of Team Secret. It's just not how this works. Yeah, he's kind of baiting them pretty hard here.
And they used the Terrorize on Rubik, but he blinked out just before the dust connected. So, I mean, the dust did connect, but they couldn't continue chasing.
Yeah, when he's in those trees, it's very hard to find him.
Illusion.
So Aegis, it's only got about a minute left on the Aegis, if that. I'm wondering if does Nigma feel the pressure to make any plays here? 30 seconds left.
It doesn't look that way, right? So far, they've been happy just farming up, even though there aren't any major items coming for them. Perhaps they're waiting for Team Secret to come out of their base. You have this lineup with, two range cores that need to be protected, and when you're pushing high ground, it's easier said than done. Like, this Zhao and Lina, they're pretty vulnerable. Charge on the bottom lane.
Yeah, just over to the creeps, but Puppey doesn't care. He's just going to throw down the grasp, the leech seed, regardless. No, Secret, they're making a play here, but they can't see RTW. RTW actually unleashing onto the Troll. That is brave from him. Has got the BKB, will have the reactions to use it in time as well. Mind Control, his initial charge does get cancelled. It's Nietzsche who's actually on top of Miracle. Miracle needs some help. Aegis is gone, and there is no cheese for him either, but he's just got to heal himself back up again. The damage coming out from him is enough to bring him back to full, and now he starts unleashing onto Samel. Samel can't do a thing but sit there and die. Now in the back lines, well, they've found themselves a Puppey. Puppey will get taken down pretty quickly, slowly trying to get to the haste rune, but he will not get there in time. And Mind Control still doing his thing in the front lines here with that Shiva's Guard as well, but the damage coming out from the Dark Willow might be enough to chase him back, or maybe get the kill here. Certainly will. The volleys across take him down. And the double Astrals just to try and reset the fight here on Secret. They want to bring down the supports. That's who they want to focus here, and they'll be able to do that as Yapsol catches another. He's taken down RTW as well, but he's got a cheese, and now the stun comes out. They'll put an end to his reign of terror. But Willie's actually gone just yet, and some damage coming down. Look at this Lina! She's a man fighting the Troll. No way, Nisha does finally bring him down, but will go down himself to the Arrow of the Drow. Drow with the invisibility, but Samel scoops him up as well. There's only one hero left on the side of Neighbor Galaxy.
That's the dieback.
He will not be left for long. It is indeed GH going to be diving back into this fight. The Rubik is dead, and Secret finally dig deep and find the fight they were looking for.
Well, what a crazy fight that was. Like, I'm just holding my head watching all of that, trying to figure out who's Australian, who has an edge there in team fights. The Satanic from the Lina instantly disarms on the Troll, the disarms on the Lina, trying to rescue one another. The astral imprisonments from the OD, just saving the Troll a couple of times. Sumail was forced to use a buyback, right? He died He was one of the first ones to fall. Yeah, he was one of the first ones to fall, but he buybacks TP's in and just helps out his teammates, take down the Drow. Spirit Breaker did just so much control there, and then Yapzor finally used his Aghanim Scepter, which makes me feel that he truly should have been the position 4 from the get-go, right? Like, there's just so much utility coming, not so much utility, so much damage coming from this Dark Willow as well. They desperately needed an additional hero to dish it out, because of Spirit Breaker was controlling everything else.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm really surprised as well about how much work Yapsol's actually doing with his Aghanims. I wasn't expecting this at all, but it's helping them out so much, as you said. And now it's Secret's turn. They're whacking away at the buildings, but there is a fortification. They will back out now, so no objective gained for the side of Secret. Though I say that, look who's turning around just to get the last little hit here on the tower and force Kuro to deny it. Very nicely done.
Charge.
There's a charge coming. The steam train has arrived, or more like a bullet train, I guess. That's no steam train. ISO taking some damage, but again, YapzOr throwing in the volleys, but not doing that much to mind control this time around. Actually, this guy's taken off more than he can chew. He's going to get the die back here. 95 seconds, no Dark Willow. Maybe Nigma actually think it's their chance to go now.
If they see anyone, they will charge the target. Ice, he's getting closely in the vision. He's charged.
They're trying to follow up as well, but they won't go to the high ground with that. That would be too crazy even for them.
Troll, he does have that Abyssal. But without the Dark Willow, I think if you're Secret, you're happy to wait. Roshan will not respawn in an additional minute, so you have some time to just chill out, farm up, wait for the Dark Willow, and then smoke up S5.
But again, they don't know that timer, do they? So they just have to stay steady and trust in Gaben. Trust that they've made their morning prayers.
Yeah, they don't really have any ways of scouting it out. No neutrals, no summons. Lina.
Oh, they're gonna go though. Oh my god, everything just the whole kitchen sink thrown at Miracle. Miracle is taken out of this plane of existence, and they're gonna look ahead towards Mind Control as well. Getting a bit lackadaisical here on the side of Nigma Galaxy as they let their Lina die up here in the top lane. And look at the tag. Me running from my problems.
He just charged away without looking back. That status resistance actually helped him quite a lot there, but Lina falling, man, Miracle, I understand, he has a Satanic, he also has the Spirit Breaker very close nearby, but the way they initiated, and in the same second, pitch perfect, they just threw everything on that Lina, together with Sanity's Eclipse, which truly didn't deal way too much damage, but it didn't matter, they still did manage to take him down from 100 to 0.
I mean, that was instantaneous, right? Like the blink in, the Abyssal Blade from the Troll, Sanity's Eclipse, and then just everyone pressed every single key on their keyboard. Like just everyone just fisted their keyboard at the same time. Punched their keyboard at the same time. Poor phrasing.
If this was a pub, you would all chat question mark, you know, like...
Yeah. Really, guys?
Really? Everything on me? Like,
yeah. Cool. All right. Secret in the pit. They're going to claim the Aegis. Nisha gets himself the Aegis of Immortality. What other goodies are there for them? Well, there's a refresher shard for the Troll for starters. That's basically going to give him another life on top of the other one he already has.
Queen of Pain is the one that takes the cheese. Remember that Queen of Pain also does not have that buyback, so this is extremely important for her. And now that Lina has respawned, you might be looking to smoke up and defend this tier 2 on the top lane if you're Nigma. They're doing that, they're smoking up, moving towards it, but man, you're playing into 2 lives on 2 cores, Cheese and Aegis.
Yep, and tries out a refresher shard as well, which could be very scary. I mean, they could even give it to Ice if the fight goes on for a while. The double hammer is not something to be messed with. If he gets up a couple of charges, might just call for it, and I have no doubts that they'll be able to pass it over to him in the clutch at the moment.
Yeah, both of these teams do not have vision around the tier 2. There is the outpost that's in Radiant's favor at the moment, but no observers.
Interesting.
Yeah, but because of that secret, they are moving towards theirs. You see how they're baiting them, they're just moving closer and closer into their vision, and this just makes team fighting so much easier. You can pick targets, you can jump on the Drow Ranger perhaps.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
That's a swift blink.
Yep. Killed off. Miracle does have a double damage rune in his bottle, and I found it really funny when to pick it up, because he went to pick it up and then he stopped for a minute and he was like, wait a minute, I remember the last time I tried to do this, it didn't go too well. There was no trap this time around. He grabs it, and they have that in their pocket to throw the way of Secret if they do end up taking a fight here.
He will be dishing out a lot of damage with the DD, with that basher that he will swap in afterwards. It looks like Nisha is the one baiting in front.
Yep, goodbye creep wave. And that's the thing though, right? Like Aegis or no Aegis, cheese or no cheese. Like if you can't get on top of the Lina and the Drow, you're not winning a team fight. That's just how it is. There is always that threat, but they have so many tools at their disposal to do exactly that, and movements like this would be a great way to do it.
OD is scouted now, and they're drawing exactly like Kuro just drew exactly their path, GH actually, and they're smoking up instead on the dire side too. But Troll is already there.
He's quick. Nisha, his smoke does pop but he's a little bit of a cautious kitty to go in here. There's no way he just shoves his body into those heroes.
Are they trapped? Odie is coming from the different side. And he has that ward to work with.
He's staying around it. If he gets a single Astral off here, it could all come crashing down.
Charge.
Yep, this is going to start things off as they jump forward onto the Willow. The Kiss has come over as well, but meanwhile, it's a Troll who's being controlled up for now, and he has lost his first life before he could get off anything at all. He will have a BKB when he comes back. Meanwhile, Kuro being shredded on the side. Nisha's on top of him, though, going to be able to take him down. That's going to be the first real kill of the fight. Puppy's going in deep here, but they are not on top of RTW. Yes, they are. Ice catches him out from behind and stops that damage. But Miracle with the double damage doing so much work. But Nisha gets that ultimate off and just starts chopping away at the Spirit Breaker. But the Spirit Breaker, he's so damn tanky. Nisha, he's doing nothing. Finally, they take him down. Yaptor comes in with the real damage, and that will be Secret's fight.
Oh, LTW is still around, but I think you back out afterwards, right? Yeah. They're moving back. Man, I actually expected that fight to go way better for Secret, because, for Nigma, because they had the vision on the triangle next to that hard camp. They charged the inn, they caught the Dark Willow, then Rubik as well completely controlled the OD. He actually used his own Astral imprisonment against him, plus helped out his teammates afterwards, but there's just wasn't enough damage to take out the Troll twice. They did manage to take out his Aegis, but it wasn't enough to kill him off twice, and now LTW. He was close.
That was a little close for comfort there for LTW, but does get out okay in the end.
Keep in mind that Puppy has, like, we joked about this before. I joked that he's gonna have Aghanin's refresher or whatnot. He actually has a refresher orb, which he used in that fight. Like, he controlled the Lina together with the Spirit Breaker, together with the Drow Ranger, twice.
Yeah, stop Troll losing his second life there quite effectively. And Ice coming around the backlines as well, just to control up the Drow as well, very important. I mean, that's how Secret win these fights, right? They just got to outmaneuver Nigma in every sense of the word. If they can do that, the fights will keep going their way. But obviously, Nigma are formidable opponents themselves and will not let these guys just walk over them, especially when it comes to taking high ground. That is going to get very difficult very soon. In fact, it already is way too hard for Secret to attempt this right now. Heroes respawning as well, so Secret just going to hit that reset button. And again, now it comes back around to when that Roshan respawns.
Bottom lane, charging out. Yeah, he TP'd out. Charge wasn't fast enough. Yapzor has an MKB, by the way, completed. So he's dishing out a significant amount of damage now too.
Look at all those items. Look at all the items we have in this game right now. Everyone's so damn rich. Everyone's loaded. Yapsol's like, yeah, I do not regret this Midas purchase. Is he going for a Moonshot, by the way?
He had the Hyperstone for a really long time.
Yeah.
He queued up the Moonshard, but I think he decided to go for the MKB first, and now he has the Moonshard back again. It's still good, right? With the Aghanims, it just makes your hero scale so well. Nisha? Oh. If he only knew. LTW was completely alone.
Yeah, you can't assume that when you don't have the vision down though, can you? Even if you do, there could be smoke behind him. At this point in the game, everyone's just going to second guess every move. It's getting very, very tense. Smoke up from Team Secret.
LTW again. Caught
They
it.
found it. They've got the Hex out. Do they have the damage though? That's a question. The Sonic Wave coming through as well, but it's a stolen Astral from Rubik that actually saves the Drow's life, but now Blink up to the high ground. RTW is fine. Miracle, meanwhile, however, does get killed off by Nisha, and now Nisha starting into the main side of the fight. Look at that damage coming out from the Dark Willow in the backlines here. But again, stolen Astral gets mind control out. The saves coming out from GH here are just ridiculous. They need to get on top of this Rubik. A buyback out from Miracle as well, as the Willow continues just firing shots the way of these Nigma heroes. They're really running out of health here on a lot of these targets, and in comes Smell to finish the job on Takuro. Gotta be careful as the Drow's blasting away here. These fights are just ridiculous.
Yeah, just remember that there is no buyback now on Snapfire, so that's 4 versus 5 for 100 minutes. Is there? Yeah, the buyback is on cooldown for 4 minutes
100
anyway.
seconds, yeah.
Radiant's top
some
tower is
insane
under attack.
plays from both of these teams. I'm not sure why ILTW went on to the low ground like that. He got caught into the Hex and everything started off of that. They were just in a bad position to fight. The troll jumps afterwards and he catches Lina instead of you. Like, yeah, you can force yourself to the high ground, but Lina cannot, and Miracle is the one that pays the price.
Yeah, those GH coming in huge there with the stolen Aghanim's Astral. He can now save people, and with the shard, I don't know. Does
Yeah,
he
it's
have
the
the
shard,
shard
yeah,
as
yeah.
well? Okay,
Yeah, the
so he has
shard is the one. Yeah, that lets
But-
you walk.
Rubik needs to have the shard as well for it to work, or some. I don't know. This game is just nonsense. This game's just silly.
Okay. Just a
Farming.
farming ulti.
Didn't like that. Didn't like that one bit. Team tickles. Very creepy. 55 minutes. Oh, Lizard. Is it time for the first 60-minute game off the OGA Dota
Well,
pit?
LTW
Maybe.
might
Maybe
say
not.
no.
Yep, as he gets caught out in the middle lane. Cut down by Nisha. Not sure what the plan was there for LTW. Just a little bit too far out, a little bit too alone. Buyback is available, though.
I mean, he probably tried to outpush the wave there, but you don't have any teammate. How many Lincoln charges was that? What?
18.
18, okay.
Trust me, bro.
I trust you.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Yeah,
They
not
have
much can
two,
do
right?
about this. They have 2 Lincolns. They also have the Queen of Pain with the inbuilt one as
block,
well,
yeah.
and they're double stacking them on the troll right now.
There's a double damage rune. Roche will respawn in 1 minute, so they're not really that lucky when it comes to the respawn timer. But maybe they can get the pick off before Drow is back alive. Troll would be extremely happy to jump on someone with his DD.
He would indeed, and
Breaker.
there is a Spirit Breaker. The bullet train is down in the bottom side of the map, but they have no idea. He's under the cover of smoke, so will not be seen, will not be heard, will not be glimpsed. Whirling Axes. Not sure that's the ideal spell for you. GH, I know that's what he's got. At least it clears waves. Mind control.
Yeah, he saw him, but
Can't be
even though you
bothered.
have Hex, you can't really catch the Spirit Breaker. He has way too much stats resistance. And it looks like Nigma, even though they lost ILTW for a really long time, they weren't forced to buy back the Drow Ranger. So they should have full force before Roche has respawned.
It's time to go. Could be big. Mind control coming in from the side. On to the troll. Can they burst him in time before he gets up that ultimate? No, he cannot, because Ice is well positioned to get him out of there. BKB on mind control means that the hits from the Willow won't really do anything else. Gonna be very far forward here. Gonna get hexed up. Goodbye, Drow. That was brave, to say the least. And now we lose mind control as well. That's going to be 2 heroes dead on the side of Nigma Galaxy. A good plan, poorly executed, leads to 2 dead heroes on their side. Roshan is back up.
I don't know, LTW, he likes to play a lot of games. Maybe he had a few too many today. He's a little bit out of position now, twice in a row. They caught him around that board, and now again with the Hex. Same Hex from the same Queen of Pain, catching him twice. His teammates weren't even close.
No, he is very far away. I mean, trying to hold that little bit of high ground, that little edge over the river. Not quite working out for them, unfortunately. And now Nisha, he's taking the building. Samel coming in as well with the Hex out onto the Rubik. Buyback from Mind Control and ILTW as they charge themselves in. They want to try and catch someone, but it's a clean disengage from Team Secret. They will lose nobody getting out of this one. And Nigma, they're not even chasing.
Yeah, that Sonic Wave actually prevented Spirit Breaker from charging in. Like,
Yeah.
it literally stopped him, and they disengaged so cleanly with the 2 buybacks. Troll is already hunting on top lane.
I don't know if that was deliberate from Samel. I mean, it very well could be, because it looked damn good.
LTW.
And Troll's there. He gets a stun out. RTW, if he goes down here, this could be the end of the game, but he doesn't, because the save comes in. Puppey with a big ultimate, but they're just turning around and blasting away at the Troll Warlord. Nisha, he is so low. Once he comes out of that ultimate, he might be in a whole world of hurt, cooking through damage there. But look, he's on the sidelines. The Willow as well as the Queen of Pain, blasting damage into the side of Nigma, and Yapsa's going to be able to grab that kill into Mind Control. And they have no buyback on the Spirit Breaker. Could this be the first domino to fall for Team Nigma? We will find out as it's Secret now heading into the Roshan pit. They do not have their Troll Warlord, but I still think they'll be able to take down Roshan.
Yeah, do you need the troll, right? Like, you can go straight into the pit and take it without him. There's too much damage. Yapsur is just a carry off his own at this point.
I was gonna say, yeah, Willow's the real carry. I'll do it myself, he says.
The damage that he was dealing in that last Aghanims, okay. There you go, Treant Puppy actually got all the items that we made we made fun of before.
Don't let your memes be dreams, friends. However, they are making a play here onto Yapsor. This could be brave, but let's see if it works out for the Miracle with the Satanic. Just heals himself right back to full and takes down Yapsor in the process. Now moves across to Samel. Samel blinks away. Narrowly surviving this one, thanks to Ice with the Astral as well. They keep Samel alive. He does have the Aegis, remember. Meanwhile, in the side, they might have found Kuro. Kuro's gonna get... Oh, no, they catch him out. Kuro's gone, has buyback, whilst they still wait this long-ass time for the Spirit Breaker to return to the game.
Yeah, Dark Willow actually bought back together with Nisha. And now when you have both of these heroes back up, plus the Aegis on Queen of Pain, I think you go top, right? Like, you have to try and take the high ground.
I said it was getting silly before. Shit's about to get awful silly, Lizard. We've got the tiers 5 items coming out. And they might have just found themselves GH. Yeah, he's got the Aeon Disc. That's going to keep him alive. Buyback from Snapfire as well. Nisha just whacking away at that tower. They've got him stunned up with the Mortal's Kiss as well, but the Astral's there to help him out. Meanwhile, from the low ground, look at the volleys coming across. They have to back themselves up.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well, the buyback actually... So, Nisha bought back because he was afraid that Nigma will continue fighting, right? And if that happens... Oh, LTW again. One of the observers pinking him as well. He almost went into the troll.
God forbid.
So, yep, Nisha was forced to buy back. And now he has the Giant's Ring, which I believe he likes quite a bit. But it also gives Nigma a win condition, right? If they manage to take him out, he will not have... He doesn't have an Aegis or Cheese.
True, true.
Or buyback.
There's a possible win potential there.
What's up with the neutrals? Right. Come on,
let's
give
see
them,
what's
give
going
them.
on. Alright, force boots on Lena, so she can now settle off these boots of travel whenever she feels like it. They are pretty much redundant now. Well, I guess for TP across the map it's pretty useful. Keep them in your backpack, I suppose. Fill it with some more damage. Meanwhile, we have this Giant's Ring, which is absolute silliness. Unobstructed pathing. Run around wherever you want. You're huge. You got loads of strength. And they're going to be able to abyssal up this mind control. He's just back after his long hiatus in the grave. And now he's off on a long hiatus across the map. Just going to charge himself away to safety.
They catch him, they did.
Oh, they did! Wow, great catch there from Ice actually, but they've got the lift up with the shard to save him. Oh no, LTW getting jump spawn with the BKB, but he's bashed up. He could be in some real trouble here. They need to come in and help him out. Puppy tries to jump in, throws down the ultimate. Can they get the kill onto the Drow? I think they can. The damage comes down and LTW gets torn apart, but Miracle is able to take down the Troll as well. Troll is gone too. Both carries dead without buyback. Miracle, what can you do in this fight is the question, as Samel comes jumping into the middle of it. They've got him controlled up for the time being. Astral's still coming out in every which direction. The damage there to take down Miracle, but buyback straight away from the Lena. 3 heroes on the side of Nigma, only 1 dead on the side of Secret. Still looking like Secret could finish this one out here and now. But do they have the damage to push through up the high ground? Miracle, he's feeling desperate. He's looking for a play, and he might well just find it on the sidelines here as he goes with a 2-man stun, but immediate response here from Secret, and this might be it. With Miracle going down here, going for the pure desperation play, this might be the end. With 1 hero left, the chances of Nigma defending this one are literally none, and now all we're waiting for is the GG's. DH, he's trying his hardest, but that's going to be it.
What an insane game. Like, this Lena move in the end, I think that was the only thing that he could try for, right? Like, you go in and you try to delay the inevitable by getting the pick off or 2. Sadly for him, it doesn't work out. He was a true champ. Miracle almost carried on this Lena. LTW got picked off a couple of times. They're